Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday, everybody. Very happy Sunday to you. Hope you're feeling good today. I have one poem for you. It's a long poem, good poem. And I read it to a few friends to get a bead on it, to clear it in my mind of exactly what I was sharing with you. And one of my friends said it sounded more like a sermon than a poem, so that's going to be the name of the poem. So thank you, Anthony. Thank you for that. So here we go. And this goes along with my series for African American History Month and this poem. Here we go. Sermon. It's original. Kidnapped, held captive, transported all over the world as forced labor onto work camps, death camps, rape camps, enslaved, stolen people brought to a stolen land by unwanted people. Talk about a blues song. How would you even start that melody? I won't start to think of harmony until we dial down this loud cacophony. It doesn't happen by accident, not being told the true history of the land you inhabit, your people's true history, the true history of America in your textbooks. It doesn't happen by accident, not being told your people built the country. We were the economy, survived when it was against the law for them to read or write or own property, as they were considered property and didn't have personal autonomy of their own bodies, minds, the bodies of their children for 531 years, 402 years, 244 years, 244 years of actively being hindered, stopped from building not only family wealth, but families. And for those allowed, building families with the threat, the continuous stress of someone stolen, possibly getting stolen away again and again and again because of white whim, loss of wealth, gambling, or a favor. And still, when slavery ended, Black mothers walked all over this land looking for babies that had been sold away while still suckling. Black fathers looked for sons and daughters that got sold off because other enslaved people began to notice their strength and looked to them as leaders. It's no accident most of us don't know the names of African Americans that did great, good, or regular things to bring this country and world forward, despite all the adversity they faced. I understand you want to pretend slavery didn't happen. Black. Think the Roots crew. Minimize the absolute illegality and brutality of it, racists, even though we are still dealing with the ramifications of it today. Guasco knew the Spanish, the Portuguese, and the English were co-conspirators in what we would now consider a crime against humanity. It's only right that we acknowledge it too. Now, I understand in a disposable, the next new thing culture that is an expert in hypocrisy and amnesia, it's easier and oh so common to want to blame the hardship that a community faces on the community alone, on the Black and brown faces only. Because it's embarrassing. We were the victims of a global kidnapping, enslaved. But what? Is it better to go with the false narrative? Believe the bootstrap ignorance? Pretend that any POC that came over here after the 60s hasn't benefited from the effort, the marching, the boycotting, the protesting for human rights African Americans have pushed for in this country. Allow the racists to change the story? Actual victims becoming victimizers so they can convince others to continue the American tradition of controlling, policing, minimizing Black autonomy and the Black community's possibilities? Come on. Poverty and disenfranchisement and the children that spring from it aren't rampant in the Black community out of laziness. Vagrancy laws in the South, Black codes, Jim Crow laws, segregation laws, poll tax, violence, education and character requirements, 8-box law, grandfather clause, white primaries, violence, redlining, not getting the GI Bill, murdering Black soldiers coming back to the US after they were fighting for the country, being excluded by banks from getting loans and predatory loans, false arrests, violence, not hiring qualified Black applicants, killing our leaders, and any state or federal breaks whites got that Blacks weren't eligible for. We have to face it. We have to face it to get past it. We have to examine it to not relive it. Now, it's also no accident that we heal. We flourish. It's work. Strength and awareness so deep it goes to the other side of the galaxy. It's hope beyond hope. Hope plus faith equals confidence. Confidence in a better day. We tell our stories with our eyes open and hearts open and work for a better day. And we have to keep working for a better day. Our struggle is a human struggle, so it's everyone's effort to make. And it's no accident we are willing to get in good trouble to save this country from its worst self, its most familiar self, its longest held belief, white supremacy. That's your Sunday poem for today. Babies. Yeah. I wrote this morning to finish off the series of my Black History Month poems. The first 2 poems that I posted are kind of the love poems to self. You know, because when you grow up in a country that is constantly telling you negative and cruel and rude things about your people, and you're excluded because there's things in place to exclude you and exclude the progress of your community. You take on your kid, you take on all this stuff as like true to life right away without examining the history of everything. And so once you get a chance to examine the history of things and you actually find your place in the world, and you go, oh, okay, all right, so I find that place to love myself and love my community, and now that I know the truth about what's going on, and I'm getting more insight about the truth of has been going on, or history, or literal history that you can read about, now it's come to that place of self-love and love of community and honor of community and respect of community and self-love. And so that's that being, so me in this case, reflecting on the world around once you get to that place of self-love. So those were the first poems, and then this was this poem for today, sermon. I hope you got something out of it. I thank you so much for your time. I thank you so much for listening. I thank you so much for engaging in these poems and seeing what about them moves you, takes you out of it, what engages you and helps you think in different ways. And I love it. I love everything that it does for you. Hopefully it's mostly positive. All right, so this is birthday weekend for me, so I am still sober. I mean, it's early, but it's it's 1 o'clock. I should be drunk by now. So I'm not a drinking problem, but just I like to drink a little now and again. I'm going to go on a hike and do some other birthday things, but I hope that you are having a wonderful day. I hope that you are feeling good and feeling strong and feeling happy. I hope you're taking good care of yourself and the people around you that love you and care for you. What else? I wish you good things for this year to come. And please acknowledge your body, acknowledge your mind, be kind to yourself, give love to the people around you, do the good work that we have to do to make this country a better place. We got work to do. So let's do the good work together. Okay? All right, kisses to you. Mwah, 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 mwah. You get an extra kiss, Elizabeth. Mwah, mwah. And what else? Yes, hugs for you. Oh, hugs for you. I hope you feel good today. I hope you feel strong today. I hope you feel better. If you didn't feel great when you got these poems, I hope you feel better now. Okay, and take good care, and I'll see you next Sunday. Bye.